So with lapping, I'm going to show you guys a trick here. If you stuck along with me this long, you've stuck around, I'm going to give you a little secret here and how I like to do this, because I've seen how a lot of guys do this. I've seen how some guys do this, and they go to lap in the action, and I just see them do this. And a lot of times they're doing so by utilizing the freaking the bolt carrier handle, right? The charging handle. And so when we're applying pressure, is this applying pressure straight along the axis? Or are we perhaps applying pressure at an angle because we're doing it to the side here? Right? Okay. So instead, we take our lapping compound. I'll do it. You know what? Let's do it live. F it, we'll do it live. So I'm going to take a little lapping compound. I'm going to apply, because we need to lap in our lugs a little bit. So I'll apply a little bit there. Because that's the whole name of this game, right? Is we are removing material from the back of the lugs. So what better place to put lapping compound than the place that we're going to be removing material from? So we have our lapping compound applied wherever we're going to apply it. Now we install our bolt carrier and our spring. And the way that I like to do this, hopefully you can see this, is I'll take a block, set that on here, and then a dead blow hammer. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to get this into frame, if you'll be able to see it, but I'm going to hold this relatively straight up and down due to the angle of the back here. It's not going to go straight vertical, but I put this flat against my block, and the reason why I use the block is simply because I built our workbenches myself, and so I'm not interested in gouging them up and messing them up. I want these to last many years, so I'll mess up the blocks. That's just me. But oh, by the way, this isn't closing yet. There's no gauge in there, but we are not in battery. All right, this is where I want to lap my action in. It's not even going into battery with the gauge in there, or without the gauge in there. So prime time to do the lapping and smooth out that action, make it nice and pretty. So take our dead blow, and we're just going to tap the face. We're going to tap the face of the piston, because what is our cycle of operations doing? How does the gun operate? The gas is coming up through the gas port, through the gas block, and is directed to the face of the piston. The force is coming from the face of the piston, transferring that energy into our bolt carrier and sending the bolt carrier back to further the cycle of operations. So this way, I am simulating the force being applied to the carrier and how those surfaces are moving in relation to that. Okay? My spring is in place, applying the force back the other direction. So I'm not lapping in lateral force, creating slop in my action. Now, will that say I'll never do this? No, I do a little bit, but I focus here. Ooh, see, we just got it to go into battery. All right, so I'll just sit here and do this. Now, we don't have to get the full travel all the way back. Where most of the business is right here. We'll just give them short strokes, just the tip, you know what I'm saying? But this dead blow here is nice and it's rubber. I'm not worried about tool marks and marring up my surfaces. You see I chip a lot of this off. If anything's going to give, it's going to be this and not the parts. And that's it. That's how you lap your action in. Now, so now you can see real time, it goes into battery now, where when we started, it did not. And this is the fine grade, okay? This doesn't take a whole lot, all right? So we lap in our action. Now we need to, before we go any further, before we check it for headspace and get into our headspacing operation, we need to clean it all out. So take everything apart, take all this out, and get it all cleaned out, okay? Once we get it all cleaned up, then we can check, use our go gauge, no go gauge, and we begin our head spacing, okay? So I hope that that helps some of you guys out. I hope it gives you some more information. If you have any more comments, questions, concerns, feel free to contact us or spam us underneath the video and say how stupid we are and whatever. But internet's gonna internet. But nonetheless, I appreciate everyone's support for real. Our silverback, my father, he literally just turned 70 years old this past week, and so he is chained to the machine. We keep him working on barrels and everything for you guys, because that's primarily who's making your barrels. And that to me is really kind of special, kind of neat. But again, thank you all. I appreciate you. Have a good rest of your weekend. Peace.